Becket Cook, an openly gay man, was deeply immersed in the glamorous world of fashion. Gay pride parades, summers spent swimming in Drew Barrymore's pool, and evenings at Prince's private events were the norm. One day, he looked at the crowd of people at a party in Paris, and he thought, this isn't it. He felt empty, left the party early, and was up all night. In the heart of Los Angeles 6 months later, Becket Cook sat in his normal coffee shop. He noticed a group nearby engaged in a discussion, their Bibles open. He had never seen a Bible in LA in his adult life. Curiosity piqued. Cook approached them. They spent an hour talking about God when Cook was finally ready to ask the big question. What does your church believe about homosexuality? The Christians answered him directly. They told him they believe it's a sin. Surprisingly, what would have angered him before that feeling of emptiness overtook him, now only made him curious. So, when they invited him to come to their church, he agreed. That Sunday, he felt a strong urge to go and found himself heading to the service. He had never been to an evangelical church in his life. Every word deeply resonated with him as truth, and he didn't know why. While processing everything, he suddenly felt the presence of God. Cook broke down and began to cry uncontrollably. He felt like he heard God telling him that he was real, that Jesus was his son, and that Cook was now adopted into the kingdom of God. He knew at that moment that being gay was no longer going to be part of his life. He went home completely shaken and laid down to take a nap. And God's presence descended on him again. He jumped out of bed and wept and yelled out, "God, you have my whole life." After his conversion, when he would read the Bible or listen to a sermon, he would break down with tears of joy. And although many lifelong friends left him, he says he is happy to deny himself and follow Jesus. Years later, he found himself back in a familiar coffee shop, but this time with a renewed purpose. The seed of faith that had been planted had grown into a flourishing ministry. Becket Cook's journey had blossomed.